Hey guys, another video today about astronomy, and we're going to talk about objects in our solar system that are not planets or dwarf planets. The objects we're going to talk about sometimes are mixed up. They are comets, meteors, and asteroids. And when we talk about meteors, we're going to talk about meteoroids, meteors, and meteorites. So let's start with asteroids. Most asteroids are located between Mars and Jupiter. There's a huge area called the asteroid belt, and that's where most of our asteroids are. There's actually pockets of asteroids closer to Jupiter, and they have their own names. One of them's Greek, and one of them's like Hyrule or something. I don't remember the three of them, but there's three additional asteroid pockets closer to Jupiter's orbit and within Jupiter's, almost near Jupiter. And then we have asteroids that are way out in like the Kuiper Belt and beyond. Asteroids are large rocks, irregular shaped rocks. They're not spherical like a planet or a dwarf planet. And they sometimes can get bumped and get knocked and head to Earth and can crash into Earth, like the one that killed the dinosaurs. So, asteroids, large rocks, non-spherical, and most of them are located between Mars and Jupiter. A comet is a giant ball of ice and gas, a frozen ball of gas and ice, and they have really elliptical orbits. They go way, 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 way out beyond Pluto, and then come way inside planetary orbits right near the sun and go way back out. And these giant balls of they're like dirty snowballs, I've heard people call them, but they're frozen gases. So when they get near the sun, they get excited. The gases do, and they get hot. And then the ice melts and it blows a tail off away from the sun. And you get two tails on a comet. The one tail is all the debris burning off the backside, and the other one's an ion trail caused from those gases getting excited and going back into their ground state, giving off that light. Then we have meteor, meteoroid, and meteorite. A meteor is anything. A meteoroid is anything smaller than an asteroid that's a rock. Down to dust particles. Beyond that becomes interstellar dust, and that's really tiny pieces. So dust up to maybe about a boulder size is called a meteoroid. And I think roid is in steroids, so they're the big strong rocks. Once a meteoroid enters the Earth's atmosphere, it becomes a meteor. Right? And that's that shooting star that we see. They're not really shooting stars. They're not stars falling from the sky. A meteor is just a rock, a meteoroid that's gone in the atmosphere, and now it's burning up because of friction. It's moving so fast that the friction of air molecules hitting it causes it to catch on fire and burns it up to nothing. Now, if it's a big enough meteor that it actually hits the Earth, we then call it a meteorite. And I think meteorite, as in like petite, or right, the same ending, and that's tiny. So it gets burned up, smaller, hits the ground, and that's what's left over. That's a meteorite. So there's a subtle difference between meteor and a meteoroid, meteor, and meteorite. It's the same rock, just in different locations. One's on the surface, one's in the atmosphere, and the other one's outside the atmosphere. And the difference between a meteor, a meteoroid, and a asteroid is the size. Once you get beyond boulder size, it becomes a meteor, becomes an asteroid. And the difference between an asteroid and a comet is a ball of gas and frozen gases and ice versus a asteroid, which is a solid rock. So those are your big differences. Hope that helped. Have a great day.